Hi, welcome back to BRMC's Healthy Connections with our special guest today, Tammy Hodges. Tammy, we are so glad you're here, and you're going to be talking about a car seat program that the hospital has been part of. What can you tell us about that?
Well, it's called a Car Passenger Safety Program, and it was initiated through our trauma grant. We became trauma designated back in December of 2011 as a level 3, and with part of this, the trauma services, a branch of it is injury prevention. And so we have initiated the car safety passenger program, and we was awarded a grant for that for car seats. And so it's basically to help our community to where that be safer as we're driving down the highways.
Well, we also, I didn't mean to interrupt, but I was going to say, I know that when the Convoy of Hope was held earlier in the summer, part of that was that I know you work closely with Gerald Cantrell, who's in charge of all our ambulance, our EMTs and paramedics, and that part of what was brought to the Convoy of Hope was for people to sign up for these car seats, and rather than try and do them there, because there's a variety of different size car seats based on the child's weight and everything. So now my understanding is the Schliemann Center is where you're actually there, and people can come and get their car seats that they signed up for the Convoy of Hope.
Yes, we have those given out now, and we've started just making appointments for a car passenger safety check.
So now it's open for anyone?
It's open for anyone.
Okay.
You call the Schliemann Center, and they'll set you up with an appointment, and we do those twice monthly, all day long. There's 3 of us that has went and became certified car passenger technicians, and we install all day long on 2 days. And you call the Schliemann Center, and they'll make you an appointment.
Okay.
And they'll get you set up, and we'll check your seat. And if for some reason your car seat isn't safe, there's several different reasons that they might not be. If they've been in a motor vehicle accident, then they're not safe, and a car seat actually has an expiration date on it.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. It's 6 years from the manufacture date, and anyone 36 weeks pregnant, they can get an appointment, and we can educate them on how to keep their child safe in the car.
Wonderful, before they even have that baby.
Before they even have the baby. And then they'll have their car seat so that when they take the baby home, it'll take its first ride in a new car seat.
New car seat and completely safe, which is wonderful.
And that's our goal.
Yeah. That number, for any of you watching today that know of someone, either yourself or someone you know, a loved one you know that could use a car seat. Now, these are free.
They're free.
Okay, and I know that part of this trauma designation, the grant that you had, as you said, it sent people off to be trained on how to properly install them, because there's all different size seats for all different age children. And the number of the Schliemann Center is real easy to remember, 508-2345. So we just need to call that number, and they'll schedule an appointment for you to bring your car in. And do you want them to bring the child as well to get the weight and everything, I would think? Or?
Yes. Okay. We measure the height and we weigh the child, and the child must accompany when you come in, so that we can, we'll look at the seat you have and see if it's appropriately fitted for the child, and then if it's not, or if there's an issue with the seat, when we do the safe check, then we will show you how to properly put the child in the seat and also install the seat in the car.
Yeah.
It took, when we went and was certified as techs, we stayed 3 days.
Oh my.
Learning how to install car seats. There's a lot involved.
Yeah. And
you need to read your manual that comes with your car seat and make sure that you have it installed correctly by the manual.
It's just, I know statistically they've proven time and time again, anybody wearing a seatbelt, but especially for your child, it just saves lives.
Yes, and put them in the back seat. Any child 12 years of age and younger needs to be in the back seat. You never want to install a car seat in the front seat due to the airbags. An airbag, when they inflate, they will kill a child.
Even a 12-year-old that's not in a car seat anymore. But is there a weight and height? This just kind of triggered a question. What about small people?
It goes by weight and height.
Yeah.
Yes, it's not by age.
Yeah.
It's 12 and under in the back seat, but yet it's how the seatbelt fits you. It needs to go low on your thighs rather than across the stomach.
Really?
Because when you have an accident, the seatbelt will actually cut into your abdomen. We've saw injuries just in the last while of a child that didn't have the upper strap on, and she was too young to be in a seatbelt. There was 2 of
instead
them,
of being
and
in
it
a
was
car seat.
up above the abdomen,
Sure.
and it cut into the abdomen and caused internal injuries. And we saw that more than once.
Oh, dear.
And up here, if the seatbelt comes up too high on the neck, it causes C-spine injuries,
Dear.
which can make you paralyzed
Sure.
or kill the child. So,
Oh, and that would be the last thing you'd want.
Right.
Absolutely the last thing.
exactly. And we have booster seats also, so that if the seatbelt doesn't fit correctly, they need to be in a booster seat to boost them up to where the seatbelt does fit correctly across them.
So this is all free for anyone that just picks up the phone and comes down and
Yes.
has a need for a car seat. This is wonderful.
And even if you have a car seat, if you've just bought a new car seat and you just want it checked to make sure you're properly installing it, we do the safety check right there and make sure that the child's put in the car seat right and it's put in the car correctly.
What a wonderful service.
We see there is a lot of mistakes when you put them in, and you don't realize it, how much it takes to get the car seat installed correctly and get it on the child right.
Yeah. So, they always, on the outside of the box, it looks real simple, but that's just not the truth, is it?
It does. It's a proven fact that there is 82% of car seats that is installed incorrectly.
Wow.
That's a big percent.
Yeah. And I know that, when people talk about, we talked about the trauma designation, and that's who you are the coordinator for. And the trauma unit at the hospital, the last thing you all want to see are needless accidents that are heading your way. Like this with a child that was in a seatbelt, but should have been in a car seat.
Right. And it's just people doesn't know, And I learned a lot. I thought I had children and grandchildren. I thought I knew everything there was to know about a car seat, but there's a lot to know. So I encourage everyone to come out and let us do a safety check and make sure, because we sure would rather do a safety check as to take care of the child once they come into the emergency room.
Right. I know that you see more than you ever want to see in an emergency room. And,
yes, you do.
And when so much of it are really needless, when the technology's there, when the training is there, when the actual physical car seat is there.
Right.
Yeah,
now
don't take a chance.
Now
That's
that
your
we
child.
have the resources, we want to provide them for everyone.
Yeah. I think there was a total, I know this will go on until the car seats are all gone, that you'll be able to offer this. But I believe I remember seeing stacked up boxes on 2 pallets, so there were like 450 or something that came in.
There was 400 car seats.
Car seats, wow.
Yes, and we've started installing them in September, so we've still got a lot of car seats.
Still got a lot left. So.
Yes, and there's also, the trauma services is looking at more grants to be putting out for the injury prevention, and they're thinking that they're probably going to give out more car seats.
More. Okay. And you don't have to live in Baxter County?
No.
You don't have to pay anything or show any proof of...
No.
Yeah, just come on in. Doesn't get any better than this.
No. We just want to keep the children safe.
Exactly. Children of all ages.
Yes.
So.
And whether you're going on a short trip or a long trip, make sure that you buckle your children in.
You bet.
And it's a proven fact that if the driver is unrestrained, 40% of the children in that automobile will be unrestrained also. So make sure that as an adult we buckle up also.
Right. I know that we've, not to sound trite in any way, shape, or form, but I want to talk to you when we come back from a short break. It's even been recommended to put your pet in a harness in the back seat, because that's like in my case, it would be a 75-pound projectile if I had to stop quickly that's coming at me from the back. So,
and
Yep.
They're a distraction.
They're a distraction, exactly. We need to take a short break, but we'll be right back, and we've got some Halloween safety tips for you as well, and we'll be sure and repeat those numbers again so you know where to find those free car seats. We'll be right back.